episodes of the Chyrel Macale Cariaga show. Today we're January 29, 2022, and of course we're live at Digital Channel 19, Parasat and Jade Cable TV, that is channel 27, 28, and 29. And we're also live at DEARBC Cable TV Analog, that's channel 19. And we're also live at DEARBC Cable TV, Digital Channel 2. And of course, we're also live at our FB page, that is Zhao TV 51 underscore official. And you could also see us live at YouTube channel, that is Zhao TV 51 underscore official. The Department of Agriculture mandates the DA envisions the food secure Philippines with prosperous farmers and fishers. It shall collectively empower them and the private sector to increase agricultural productivity and profitability, taking into account. Now, some of the sustainable, competitive, and resilient technologies and practices now under the mandates are the programs available for the agriculture credit and financing programs, Sure COVID-19, Capital Access for Young, Aggressive or Agripreneurs or Kaya, Agri-Negosyo Loan Program, Anyo Sikat Saka Program, SSP, and Agrarian Reform Production Credit Program, or APCP. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest in our studio. Of course, these are the ATI, or actually the attached agency of the DA, who's going to discuss about their anniversary that just happened, 35 years. And of course, we are going to talk to our ATI Information Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Maria Eloisa Acot. Hello, Ms. Eloisa. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning sa atong listeners and followers sa Chao TV. Good morning sa tanan. Ako si Maria Eloisa Acot sa DA Agricultural Training Institute Regional Training Center 10 nga nakabase sa El Salvador City.
Right. Ms. Eloisa, I know that you've celebrated your 35 years at the ATI. So how was it? I know that you've celebrated Thursday and Friday. That was 28 and 29, right? So what happened on your anniversary?
Yes, ma'am. And our anniversary, it was a national celebration. We started actually Monday with Tuesday with the opening, virtual opening for all of the training centers in the country. That is 16 training centers nationwide.
Wow.
So we had a virtual opening for all the centers, and then after that we had our celebration at our center Thursday and Friday. So last Thursday we celebrated with the mass for Thanksgiving, and that is why our officiating priest, he said, this is a great celebration, and it is good that you have celebrated it with a holy mass for Thanksgiving, because he said our work in training for the farmers and the extension workers should be with a heart, and that is with a heart. And we were happy having that celebration, and then we recognize the awardees, and we have an employee who is already 35 years, 30 years in service at the Agricultural Training Institute. And then we had our wellness program yesterday, last Friday. We had a lecture with our psychologist about mental health, because we saw it as very important, especially with the kind of job that we have. We go out very early in the morning, we return at night for trainings, the whole region 10 is our coverage.
So that's very exciting, and for that 35 years you probably have accomplished a lot already for El Salvador. So tell us more about the accomplishments that you have and the developments that you actually have done for the city of El Salvador.
For the city of El Salvador, we have one organization there. They call it somewhere in Kukun, and then the Daisy Women's Organization. That is one of our product of the Gugma. We call it Gugma. Yung go gardening for in response to COVID-19.
Okay.
That was in response to COVID-19. And then a group of women were trained together with, of course, the Agriculture Office of the City of El Salvador, with Sir Noli Gaboli, the municipal agriculturist. So we had a partnership to train these women into gardening. And now they are producing their own vegetables, and it is consolidated. They consolidate it, and then every Thursday they sell it outside the municipal, that's the Capitol building.
I think there
That
is
is
what they
one.
call there is what you call tagbo. They can actually go there and have their produce displayed.
Actually, in El Salvador City, there's no tagbo because of it was stopped because of the
I
COVID.
see.
But this group of women is allowed to sell their products outside the city hall every Thursday only.
I see. So in the premises of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
municipality.
So that's one. But our job is our coverage is the whole Region 10.
Okay.
The whole Region 10. So our job is to train
I see. So
farmers.
in you're just located at El Salvador, but
Yes.
your scope is actually under Region 10. I see.
Yes.
So you tell us more about your mandate to train. These trainings are concentrated on the farmers to learn more on the professionalization, because there are technologies that has to be applied, and then technologies that has to be introduced to our farmers nowadays. And then some of the farmers are still living in the past, and they're still doing, the basic, and they don't understand how to apply the new technology now. So how does ATA apply its strategies on that?
Okay. Our mandate is to conduct trainings for the agricultural extension workers, our city, provincial, municipal agricultural extension workers. And then we also train the farmer leaders.
Okay.
Farmer leaders. For example, we call on the farmer leaders and then conduct a training for them. Now, one thing that I can say as we can see the output or the product is our learning site operation.
Okay.
These learning sites are farmer leaders whom we train for their specialty. Like if you are on lettuce production, you cultivate your lettuce, and then we assist you in developing your farm into tourism or learning site. Meaning, if we conduct a training, we can bring the participants to you to visit your farm as a model. We can invite you as a resource person. You can lecture. We can hire you as lecturer. Okay. Now, until such time that you can establish on your own, you can have your own catering services. So we can bring the whole training program into your place. You will be the lecturer, you will be the caterer, and your farm is the venue.
I see.
So we have 126 learning sites in the whole region.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And they will be more. There will be more job for them, especially with the upgraded income of the municipalities, where we at ATI will train the agricultural extension workers, and they will be the one to train the farmers. So these learning sites will help us to be the venue and the lecturers for the farmers.
I
That
see.
will be the program for starting this year, the transition period for the application of the full devolution of the Department of
I
Agriculture.
see. So that's very interesting. Now, I was invited for if you remember, the vegetable derby that happened in Mirayan. I don't know if you were there. I was actually there. I was actually there, and I've met Secretary Piñol for the last couple of years, and I've known him very well, and I've interviewed him several times, and he has this vision that he wanted that the farmers are able to provide for the whole country, and that here in Region 10 we are actually considered as the food basin and the food basket of Mindanao. We actually provide produce even in NCR if they have
in capacity to actually provide for the whole NCR. So we should be very proud of that we are
Yes, ma'am.
trying to facilitate for the whole country, and in spite of that, we can also import some of our or export our produce here
Yes, I
in the
found
region. So when I visited Mirayon, it's very impressive because I think within their scope of farming, the technology has already been applied. So advanced na, no? And then I've
Yes, ma'am.
seen like the carrots are really big. Medyo ang measurement na is more grabe na gino, more international na, and then we have also the Idaho na potatoes. And then that's very impressive that we already have those produce now because of ATI's training so far farmers. But then I have also heard that the farmers are being, or the farmers or the owners of the land are being encouraged to actually put up a school so that they will be able to train other farmers all at the same time. So can you expand about that?
Actually, our center director, Maria Chavez, was also there. And they had an agreement, some memorandum of agreement on the development program of the area. Now, we started 1990 something. We were there in Mirayon for
I
a training on
see.
potato.
I
That was the
see.
start. Since 1990.
So this has been in a long time
Mirayon
now.
is not
Wow.
that passable that time. That
Yes.
was the time it was not passable.
My God, I
And
was so dizzy. I had to throw up because, my God, just to get there was just like a rapid, and you really have to
and
go
the
there.
road is not like that
Yes,
before.
I know. It should have
was
been
so
worse
bumpy,
before.
and it was worse that time. But still, we were there. It was so cold, and but yet we were.
So
we
these were your humble
invited.
beginnings.
Yes, ma'am. We were there before in the 1990s.
You see,
In
I think it
Mirayon.
also pertains about the soil, the rich soil that they have. I think there.
it's suitable for those crops.
Yes, and then they have their broccoli. They also have their cabbages, and they also have some of the produce that I think I was so impressed because I was already I've been in the States, and all of the produce there are really, like with the big
Yeah, it's
kilograms.
competitive.
It's competitive
It's
and all that.
competitive.
Now that we have now, so I'm very impressed about the outcome of the trainings that you had with Mirayon. So moving forward, what are we trying to foresee in our mandates that we wanted to accomplish still? Because I know that there are still mandates of the DA that has to be accomplished. Now, with our COVID response for 2020 and when it broke, and it's been 2 years now, so far, what have we given in response to that for the farmers?
For the COVID response, we have what we call this GUGMA, the GUGMA program, wherein we train the farmers on vegetable production. The purpose of this GUGMA is for the family, to have always food
In the table, yes.
Because if you plant your own vegetable, if you grow your own livestock like chicken, right? When you plant even lima ka talong, 5 ka okra, that would be more than enough for the family.
It's already sustainable.
Yes, that will more than enough, and then that will be sustainable. If you have that, and if you have harvest more than what you can consume, you can sell it. You can sell it even to neighbors and so. Our purpose is for them to have always food, to have some extra money to buy whatever we need in the table, and that will be sustainable. Then we provide them with the starting kits like seeds and the seedling tray, the everything that they can use in maintaining the water and all. Now we train them in a group. Here in Cagayan de Oro, we were assisted by Purgeber Farm, that is in Lumbia,
I see.
and the group of women and the members of their organization were trained into that. They provide their own nursery.
I see.
They have their own nursery, so they learn to plant vegetables. As of now, they are growing their own vegetable. And that is for sustainability in every family. Vertibar is also a learning site accredited, certified learning site operator by the ATI. It is headed by Mr. Fernando Bermoy. He is that is in Lumbia. So that is one of our farmers in implementing the COVID response, what we call BUGMA. Also in Malabalay City, we have our partner there, Mr. Juna Bayag of Jaya's Secret Garden. They also train the farmers as our partnership.
Now,
for this BUGMA.
there are also like CSWDs are also be given trainings from the ATIs for them to be able to also train other like this urban gardening at their backyard, and then they can have their produce even on plastics, you know, so that they can just get their food out of this. Now, one thing that we have learned from COVID-19 is that we should be resilient. So we should always be prepared, because no one was really
That's
prepared
resiliency. Yes, ma'am.
for this critical crisis that we have experienced due to COVID, and it has struck the region quite well. And we didn't prepare for this. And then we realized that in able for us to sustain our livelihood, and for us to even sustain our, you know, enable for us to survive, we need to prepare. So I was very glad that DA has extended its programs for the backyard gardening, because now people understand that we need to prepare if things gets worse. If either way, in the near future, you know, other viruses can struck the country, we're able to be prepared to sustain our own food and not to buy outside. Yes.
It will not stop at it.
Yes, that's right. So let's talk about more about all these things that you are given as the mandate now, because I know that you have reached out all. I could consider the ATIs as also frontliners, because you actually go to discrete, like all of these sites that are also hot spots, and you really need to indulge yourself and engage yourself through your mission, in order for these farmers that are hard to reach and are not able to understand these technologies, and that you do this because you are mandated to do it, so right? So far, where have we reached so far in these far-flung areas where ATI has just given trainings to?
We have some trainings in Misamis Occidental, Bukidnon, that's natural. But then one program that we have is what we call the Arms to Farms.
Wow.
Arms to Farms, it's been 4 years, 2018, started at 19. The Arms to Farms program is a program for the rebel returnees.
I see.
Okay. We had it in Misamis Occidental for NPAs. We have it just last year. Our last program was with Lanao del Norte in Munay. Munay, Lanao del Norte. It's the development of camp, we call it Camp Bilal, of Commander. Then we train, we together with the agricultural extension workers of the Agriculture Office of Kauswagan.
Right.
Although it's Munay, it's another municipality, we are partners with Kauswagan because through Honorable Mayor Arnado, they have the machineries for the farmers. So to assist the farmers, develop Camp Bilal so that they can produce their own food. So we assisted them in training on livestock, vegetable production, and rice production, that is upland rice production, and then also climate resilience rice program. So these were the trainings that were given to them for them to produce their own food, so that as of now they carry farm equipments than firearms.
Yes.
That is what it
So
is.
that's a very good
Arms to
program,
Farm
because we
program.
understand that some, in fact, this year and last year, there were a lot of rebel that has returned to the arms of the government, because number one, ang pinaka major nga problema is ang gutom yun. They're actually struggling when they're trying to go with arms and against the government. and that ang kalisod good is they walk and they're hungry,
Yes,
and then they
ma'am.
realize that
That's
the
it.
struggle was really wrong, no? What are you fighting for? And then they realize that. That's why we understood that we are able to get this programs under ECLIP now with the O70, and we're trying to reach them out all at the same time. Now we understand that they're understanding that the government is doing its best
Yes.
for them to get their life to normal, no? And then are we coordinating this with the AFP at the same time?
Yes, you're partners with the AFP.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So now proceeding with all with our programs now, and it's very delightful to hear that you have done this for 35 years and so many na, no? So I could just sense that you have been incorporating yourselves with a lot of farmers now. Siguro popular na kayo mo sa mga farmers now because they would know that the ATI is here to actually pag naabay bagong na research that you have received gikan sa kuan mandate na sa Chyrel office, you also apply it kasi I know that pag naanay bagong technology, yung mga ATI trainers will be sent to Manila, and then will be able to be trained again. Uy, nasa bagong na technology that we also have to apply. So each year there are developments that we have to try. And then what are those na kadi bang especially in mushroom production, no? This is really amazing. Kay medyo less lang investment, tapos kaning mahal ra bang ang mushroom, especially kanang oyster lang. And then this has given a lot of farmers actually their achievement, no, in terms of harvesting. Kay kaning international naman day karon maka-export na sila. And then I've seen so many farmers now nurturing this mushroom. So far no naani sa Claveria, I've heard na sa naa sa unsa na siya nga school din
We
ha.
have it in Bukidnon, ma'am.
I see.
As of now, we have the certified learning site operator in the person of the Quimado brothers.
I see.
The Quimado brothers in Malaybalay City. This Quimado brothers.
How big is this farm?
Just a small, only the production area. Just a small 300
Square.
area.
But that's big already.
Ano ma'am, these two brothers are graduates of
Agriculture.
CMU.
I see.
One is agriculture and the other is interested in IT. However, this graduate in agriculture pathology, si Ted, is on mushroom. He learned mushroom while on study as a student, his internship and all. Now, when he graduated, their allowance, they pulled their allowance together and started with a mushroom production.
Wow.
And now they are producing mushroom chicharon,
Yes.
some delicacies. And even Ted has been our guest speaker when we conducted a forum in Iligan, Agri-Talk, in Robinson's Iligan. He was one of our resource person here in Cagayan de Oro and in our talk show. Because we have a program sa Facebook na Agri-Storya High sa ATI webinar series. So, we started that during the COVID response. We have the Agri-Storya every Friday, ma'am.
Wow.
So taxing every Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning. We have that. So we have our guests, farmers. They talk about their own technology, and Ted and his
This
brother.
is just virtual, right?
Yes, virtual, but you know that the shooting and all.
Yes,
So,
yes.
And then we saw it na marag sobra. So this year we will be conducting our Agri-Storya High every second Friday of the month. So we already programmed our guests and all. Now, but going back to Ted, they are selling now their mushroom chicharon.
Wow.
They are selling the spawn for those who want to produce. You can buy the already ready mushroom at 30 pesos, 25 pesos, and then you can grow it and you can harvest.
Wow, that is so amazing. That's what I wanted to do. And so I know that there
You can learn with Ted. We can introduce you.
Yes, please. I'd like to visit, and then I would like to learn more about it. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we are back for the Chyrel Macale Cariaga show. And of course, we are with our ATI RTC 10 with Miss Maria Eloisa A. Acot. We've been discussing the developments of our ATI's achievements in the past years. And now, moving forward for 2022, I know that you have a certain mandate again for a mission to accomplish for 2022. So what, as an attached agency of the DA, what are we trying to achieve for 2022, and what are the programs we are trying to achieve and accomplish for this year?
Okay, so for this year, we will continue with the scholarship. We have, as of now, 15 scholars, agriculture, 10 taking up agriculture, BS Agriculture, and 5 BS Agricultural Engineering. This will be our future agriculturists to take over those who will be retiring from the service soon.
So are they directly hired after they graduate?
Actually, DA has a program to provide
employment,
to provide starting capital. We also have that program. It depends on how where they will qualify. But at ATI, we hire licensed agriculturists. Even if we take for job orders, if it is a technical position or technical things that they do, we hire agriculturists. So that is why we also produce scholars who will be taking over in the future.
Now, I remember the very time when I actually interviewed we call it mga higayno, no? Because they're really from the IPs, and one of this actually became a junior agriculturist of the Philip Morris Fortune and Tobago, and this is in Claveria. So I have good friends with the PMFC, and then they've introduced me with this guy named Byron, and then I understood about his achievements and being a junior agriculturist, that he was training in Indonesia, and then but then he had a certain scholarship that he has taken before proceeding to be employed for the PMFC in Claveria. So these are the things that maka-proud tayo, no, that these achievements that the Higaynos or the IPs or the IP community have achieved. And he was the only person that graduated in college sa iyang tribe. And then so when he actually graduated, medyo isa ka tribog yun, no? Went to his graduation, and then the humble beginnings na walay chinelas, nagbakle ng pahingon sa school, and then all of a sudden now becomes the junior agriculturist. So that is just so amazing to see people achieve those dreams. Now, in your part, reaching out, have you also have gotten to some of some scholarships that
Programs.
you've given to the IP community?
Yes, we have this program we call exchange, like the Japan program. We have this program for the youth. So it is a national program of the ATI, and we can endorse for application. We have, as of now, there were two who were from Japan, and they are June Beltran of Hasaan, and Richard Adole of Malaybalay. I know in Pasugong. Now, Beltran was really, that time when we visited him for evaluation, he was so desperate with his land na bang kuan ma'am nga gusto ka magtanong pero wala kay resources.
Right.
Ugi ka but wala kay resources. And then he applied for the Japan internship.
I see.
Now, as of now, Beltran has a very large area now for his vegetable production.
Wow.
Yes, and that's organic. Organic. He has his own lettuce. He has his own stall sa baba, sa market. And he has his own multi-cab to haul his products to the city. And here,
So farm to
in
the
Agora.
table.
Yes, in Agora. Not just farm to table, but to the market.
To
na
the
dun
market
siya, ma'am.
itself.
Oo.
Okay, that's
He
good.
can provide for his family. Now, what's good in this, ma'am, is he was able to employ his siblings.
Wow.
One is taking care of the records, farm records. One is taking care of the market.
Wow.
So they have their own transportation. Dalun diri sa bagsakan. Sa
Wow.
kuan.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
And then he is in charge of the production.
Wow. Okay.
From a very, very humble na murag wala jud maglisod pa
From
sa tubig sa basakan niya.
Right.
And now he sells lettuce ready for salad. Just 100.
Wow.
It was so fulfilling to see somebody na he is producing on his own, and he was able to employ his siblings, the
Right.
whole family, corporation na siya sa family.
Wow, that's really nice.
Richard also is producing his own. He was able to rent another lot for his own production. He is now producing asparagus.
Wow, that's
Asparagus
amazing.
production.
Now,
These are young farmers, Mama.
How old
young
are they?
farmers. Just because you cannot be a 4-H member if you are more than 30. So, June has just turned 30, but Richard is younger.
Wow, so that's
Bitaw
amazing.
na, ma'am, ha, si Richard. Just last year, June got married na. So, di na siya 4-H member. Richard is still a 4-H member, and he's been invited sa mga speaking engagements, even in ATI Central
Believe it or
Office.
not, but I was a member of the 4-H club on my time. Yes, that was a long
Mulugan.
time in Mulugan. I was a member, and my sister was a member too, and there were a lot of youths that were also a member at Mulugan El Salvador, because that's where I hail. I grew up there, I have some relatives there, and then, it's just so amazing that how we experienced, like, we were taught about, how the gardening went out, and those were the times that I had the interest of growing some produce. Now, 4-H Club has grown already. Has grown, and it actually challenged so many youths now, to have some ambition in terms of growing. Now, have you heard about Sivoleg? We also have a friend there named Maggie Che, who's actually into production of the lettuce. And so,
in Sibulig.
Sivoleg, in Hingog. So I was invited several times to visit, but maybe one of these days I will have to, I have a lot of interest when it comes to gardening, because I think this is one of the best way to sustain life,
Yes,
and that in a healthy way.
I can I can give you, I was supposed to bring, I forgot because I took some pictures in our garden because
Wow.
my house companion harvested our pet chai and talong. So I said,
Oh, you should have
"Okay."
given me some pechay.
Yes. Stop. I have to take pictures because we have to submit
Yeah.
the documentation
Yeah.
from the seedlings that we got from the office because we
Correct.
are encouraged to plant on our own. So we are given seedlings also. So I said, stop because I have to give this as a report that we are already harvesting.
Right.
So I forgot the book. I have a book. I was just released our Batang Agriculturist Batang Agricultural Extensionist na libro. We just released it during our anniversary. And it contains success stories of our very young farmers.
Wow, so tell me about it, because this is one of the things that we need to discuss, because this will give inspiration to our viewers, like how did they become successful now, their humble beginnings, how did they started. You know, these kids were just ambitious. And then all of a sudden, now that we can see them, wow, they have big market now in the region, and they're actually selling all their produce. And then it gives them, kasi becoming a farmer sometimes, you know, it's a hit or a miss. But the thing is, some of the, it's a hit and a miss. Sometimes because if you were a farmer, some of your crops are not being successfully grown because there are problems, pest comes. Now, I know that you have some programs to combat this pest, because we all know na, especially in corn, no, there are also this mga army worms that actually attacks the corn. So, one of those things, madismay yun ang atong mga farmers, no, because it will lead to kanang mga less nga harvest. So, how are we trying to reach out to them, especially kung naa sila yung mga problema, ana? And then, how do we educate them to combat, and what kind of chemicals are we using? So, kung mag-chemical na ta, syempre, dili na siya organic, no? So, it will affect the developments of growing. So, what are we trying, kung ang natural cost of, dapat ay ginahimo ng mga natural kind of chemicals wherein na dili kay harmful para sa mga farmers?
Actually, this, if we say sa corn, sa rice, yes, we can do organic, but mostly it's very difficult because rice and corn area are so
big,
large,
yeah.
But it's more applied on the vegetables.
Right.
We do concoctions, what we call concoctions. Mixture of, for example, for pests and diseases.
Yes.
Pests and diseases. We do the concoctions na para, for example, we advocate aning mag-spray of sili and sabon. And if not, because we cannot say totally organic if infested na jud siya.
Yes, that's right.
We have to resort to some inorganic applications to help our crops. But then as much as possible,
we will
do
be
this
very
organic concoctions.
we'll have a big problem on the yield, because we're trying to expect like a big yield, and then all of a sudden this hindi mo guna to na sila ma-expect. We suddenly have found out mga army worms attack naman day sa field, and then how can we save it? Na mo na atong problema karon kay the farmers will have dako na ba ilang investment ana, no, and then mo nang magansi sila gamay when it comes to their investment. So
on our part, ma'am, we conduct training. So our staff are also trained sa national, no, how to combat these things and what to do.
kasi you're in the learning process, that's why you have to educate them too.
And then we also train the farmers and the agriculture extension workers. So now they are the ones in the field. We also produce reading materials.
I see.
We also produce reading materials.
In Bisaya, syempre, no?
Oh, yes.
Okay, para they will understand, kay kung mag-English na namin nga technicalities yan, lilita makasabot, unsa na din ha karon, no? So that's why we need to
We
have
distribute it, reading materials.
but they
we
will
distribute
understand, you know, how to
Yes,
combat
what to
it.
do. What
That's
to
good,
do.
that's good.
So we also on army worms specifically, we also have that in our Agristoria High. So para ma-spread po medyo sa Facebook nga mo ni siya ang buhaton, and we distribute materials through the agriculture office sa ato ang mga munisipyo.
See, there are some, I know that naamagit tayo mga strategies, no, and how to also protect our crops. Kaya sometimes na mas maayo yun na elevated po ng atong mga plantation, no? Some, when we grow like mga hydroponic nga mga style, kinanglan na natin mga greenhouse to protect them.
Protection.
Na natay katong
Dinagko siya, ma'am.
dinagko na katong natay katong mga murag nets in order for nga dili sila malaya, no. And there are some protection to that. There are so many strategies that I think that ATI is very knowledgeable of, and that makapartake ang mga farmers sa inyong knowledge in giving them on exactly what to do for us to be able to give them the knowledge, and mo gear up bito sila nga this is what we should do. And then aside from that, no, when it comes to kanang mga El Nino nga mga kuan, we're also educating them na how to prepare for it. Kay kung mag El Nino walay water, maghinay, mag-drought din, nangamatay na ang mga kuan. So we're talking about resiliency, so this farmer should be prepared for these calamities that will happen.
Yes, in our trainings, for example, we have this, one of it is yung catchment basin. So that's
when it
farming
rains.
organization,
I
catchment
see.
basin. That's one of the things na pwede na to ikuan sa mga farmers para
I-recycle ang water.
Catchment basin. O sana siya. So, incorporated lang na siya, ma'am, sa ato ang mga training programs. Okay, because what we can do is training lang man yun. We cannot provide them with assistance na dagko jud na facilities.
Pero to equip them with knowledge is already a
Yes, ma'am,
big
that's,
thing already for them.
Knowledge. We are on capacity building.
Correct. That's good.
Capacity building.
So let's talk about livestock na sad, no? Because I know that we're talking so much about kaning mga the plantations and how we grow. So sa livestock naman, let's go on this other side, because there's so many people out there who's also interested, no? Having to gain this knowledge and how to actually grow kaning ilang mga organic chickens now, and even organic probiotic eggs. And then interesting kay ni karon kay it's in demand for the market as organic nga mga kuan. So are we trying to also give them some knowledge about this, how to kuan kay I also heard nga kaning naa tay mga kuan karon nga kaning mga frog grass kanang unsa na karon mga grasses nga
for the livestock.
The livestock na we are trying to grow, and also we're trying to teach our farmers how to grow them to feed to their livestock. Kay yield man ni siya ug mogwapo daw ang mga ang dagko kay sila. So tell us more about that, Miss Eloisa.
We also have training on poultry.
I see.
Poultry, livestock, kanding, manok, itik. We conduct trainings for that.
Wow, that
for
is
the farmer
amazing.
leaders. In fact, our learning site operators the other day, some of our learning site operators were there as visitors. Some of them received their assistance, cash assistance, and some of them received their certificate as learning site certified, and some of them received this chicken for starting nila chicken with the condition that they will also, if they have produced, they can also share them to other farmers.
Wow, so that's
And
great.
Ex-Governor Leo Ocampos of Misamis Occidental.
I know him. I know him very
is
well.
one of our
Yes.
certified learning site operators.
Yes, because
And
I know that he
is
had
an
made the
advocate
school for it, no?
Yes.
And I've met him during the Tesdas conference, and then I've spoken to him, and he was actually introduced as the ex-governor. And then he was trying to introduce his farming methods, and that he already said that he already employed a lot of people already there. Katong mga anak daw sa iyang mga boy before, karon gagrow na daw, na sa iyang mga experience. So this is one of the best things that nga maka-contribute sa community, wherein we know that
he contributes a lot.
yes,
to the community.
so I'm very proud of him.
Yes, He's
And-
one of our partners. He was there last Thursday.
Wow.
He visited us.
Okay.
So he
So we
often
should
visits
visit.
us, ma'am.
We should visit. We should visit. May sabi sa Sinantaw for that, and
Yes,
we'll
you
feature
go
his.
there at Ruyuhoy.
Yes,
Very
Ruyuhoy, I
ma'am.
know.
We
I've-
conduct trainings there.
Ah, okay. So we'll schedule that, and we'll go on a trip.
We hope we can pursue with the vloggers event.
Yes. So you have to invite me then. Okay, so that's good. So all of these things that we are focusing now are the best developments of the Department of Agriculture, and taas kayang scope gid sa Department of Agriculture, no? Daghan kayo siya sa fisheries pa, naapata din ha, no?
Yes, ma'am. Oo.
And then naapata sa mga livestock, naapata sa mga produce, daghan kay ta. And then developing
The commodities, we have abaka,
Yes.
coconuts, coming
And then,
responsibility for us, ma'am,
kaning
is the
atong
coconut.
mga coconut products nato, like kaning mga cocoa sugar. I was also witness to pag turnover dito the pizza. Where did I go? The pizza hinguog man siguro to siya na place, and then naay duha ka facility, no, donated by the Department of Agriculture. So this wide scope of kuan, I am really seeing the pursuance of the Department of Agriculture to really maintain its mandate na delivering its mission to the people. And when I spoke to Secretary Piñol is very passionate.
Yes.
Grabe when it
I
comes to
follow his,
farming.
I follow
Ma-feel
his
gid ako bitaw nga, dapat turuan natin lahat ang mga tao na marunong magtanim para mabuhay. And then these things are very vital to very easy to understand, no? Na aya pa nato na realize after the pandemic nga, so kung naa pa lang tay tanom karon, dili na ta manggawa sa balay, mangao na lang ta diri, magkutlo na lang ta sa atong mga gulay, and then we survive with that. And now the technologies that we're applying, kani mga kuan naman sila, mga wide scope naman, pero this is one of the accomplishments that I think the Department of Agriculture has been commended. So I also commend the ATI RTC for doing its job, no, to reaching out for all the people in Region 10, for doing a job well done, for accomplishing all of your missions and visions, and now you have accomplished for so many years, and congratulations on your 35th year on the service. So, Ms. Eloisa, I know that you've been in the service for 33 years. That is most half of your life.
More than half.
More than half of your life.
More than half.
And then, kuana, in the next 2 years, hopefully, you wanted to retire, and then good luck to that. But I think,
Hopefully.
but with that accomplishment, no, we are very, very, well accepted sa community, because people are already accepting these technologies now. Kaya na-understand na ganyan unsa gid ka importante, no, to grow this produce.
Actually, ma'am, dili pa jud.
Dili pa
Dili
yun.
pa tanan.
Dili pa sa accepting.
Kulang pa
Kulang
because
pag-push.
we are only 30 in the organization, in our
Wow.
regional
And
center.
all the region, you're catering for all the region. I think we have to hire more people like you.
So it's really very hard to go into that. That is why our role is for the agricultural extension workers and the farmer leaders to be capacitated, so that they will be the one to cascade the technology.
So how do we reach you? Like, for example, like kasi what I'm thinking about is that for example, no, I will make a kaning kuan an organization. I wanted to form some women, no, for example, to empower women, and then I wanted to help them. I would like to incorporate with you na mag-form kung mga women's associations in every barangay, and that they will be empowered. Kay gusto na ko itong mushroom growing. So for that, I want them to be educated. So I will actually consult you so that you will be able to teach them. Kasi this is very vital now para naapod sila yung livelihood. No? So how do you apply for that? What is the requirements to actually form a group or organizations to be able to acquire the ATI service?
Actually, ma'am, even individual persons can inquire for.
No way! So even like me can go?
Yes, ma'am, anytime, because we have this advisory services. Oh, if you want to do something in the field of agriculture, you want to plant this, then we can assist you. If we
No way.
cannot-
So you mean you can cater? I will go and ask for your service. Especially
yeah.
this kining mushroom growing. I wanted to really know this because kung inyo kung i-train, I can also train other people to do that.
It's like this, ma'am. You want our assistance, and then we can refer you to our learning site operators who are
Yes.
experts on this.
I see.
And their mandate is to share their knowledge.
I see.
They are certified ATI learning sites because they are ready to share their knowledge.
Oh, I want
So
that.
that's
So maybe in the near future you could
If you
help me
want-
out, Miss
if-
Eloisa.
oh, if you want mushroom, we can
Yes.
refer you to Ted Quemado,
Oo.
and then you will talk to him. He will not
Yes.
hesitate to share his knowledge.
Wow. So that's really awesome. I like that. So that's the idea.
Even if an organization, you can inquire with us, or you can go to your municipal agriculture office for them
see.
to assist you. And if you want them to, if they have their technical persons there, they can assist you. Or if you want to say you need a training.
Where is your
they can
office in
provide.
Salvador, Miss Eloisa?
El Salvador City, ma'am. Just fronting CTJ.
I
Just
know where that
a-
is. I also go to the city jail because if you're, I always go to the city jail because last Christmas, I've given some gifts for them. I visited them. I prayed over for them. I have of those charities. In fact, today I'm actually going to the Liupapo Incorporated. This is actually my charity that I do almost every month, every year. Visiting the
That's
sick kids.
personal now.
Yeah, this is the kids
Oh,
with
I
leukemia.
wish.
And then I always go there to visit them now. Actually, after this show, I'm actually proceeding there to visit them and pray over to them and give them some treats. So these are the things that I do. I wanted to extend all of this, kaning program bitaw ninyo can actually help a lot of women, especially kanibang mga battered women, kaning mga abused women. I can form these groups, can actually give them some trainings.
Yes, ma'am.
So I guess it is very vital for me to really undergo some trainings for me to share my knowledge to them at the same time.
Yes, ma'am. Even if you have this group, you can invite us for technical, like if we don't have it, we can find somebody to assist you.
Okay, so that's great. So that's a date. I'll visit El Salvador. Okay, Miss Eloisa. Now, at this very moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we are trying to survive, and not only survive, but we also wanted to thrive through our difficulties. Because sometimes, these challenges in life, dili gini siya malikayan, and we have experienced so many bad things as the COVID-19 has struck us. Now there's Omicron, and the people are getting sick nowadays, and di malikayan, every household na iga ubo, na iga sipon. So this is also very vital for us to really know also nutrition. So one of these things that we will be able to develop is giving you the tools and the knowledge of how to be healthy at home. Now, for us, no, as journalists, it is our job to inform that with these things, we need to be healthy every day. So drink a lot of vitamin C nowadays, and then because sometimes mag-init, diretso lang dayon og katugnaw, and then in the morning, grabe ka bugnaw, and then now we're getting sick. Everybody's getting sick. So
Water, Jude, ma'am. Water.
water therapy. I think that's
Water.
the best things that you could do. Drink a lot of water now. And then mag-eat taog, a lot of vegetables and then fruits for us to be healthy and to fight this disease. No, it's spreading already. No, all over na gyud sa the country. In fact, very alarming na, critical care na punta karon under sa Region 10. So everybody should be careful
Level 3.
and always be kaning mag-follow gito sa health protocols, no, social distancing, still wear a mask wherever you go, and then always wash your hands. And it's never wrong to follow the health protocols. So always stay healthy, and all of you out there. Miss Eloisa, do you have any last messages before we end the show?
Okay, so sa atong listeners, no, please watch Agri-Storya High sa ATI webinar series. Our first, we had an opening episode yesterday. And we are now going into February. So our first episode for that regular program is on bouquet making.
Wow, that's
Bouquet,
great.
that will be on the second Friday of February before Valentine's Day.
Wow, that is awesome.
This is a 45-minute Facebook page program. So, naata din about bouquet making, no? On the second Friday of the month. Now, regularly, naana na ang ato ang Agri-Storya High sa ATI webinar series. Follow our Facebook page, ATI Northern Mindanao. We also have our YouTube and Instagram and Twitter pages, ATI Northern Mindanao ang among page. Now, we also have our videos.
Okay.
All these technologies, vegetable production, organic vegetable production, free-range chicken, swine production, and somewhat all technologies are there in our Facebook page and the YouTube page. We also have our webpage, the ati.da.gov.ph for Region 10. We have downloadable electronic learning materials.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
great. So, Mr. Losa, thank you very much for coming and thank you for gracing the show. Thank you for all of the information you have given. Kudos to your anniversary, and I hope that you will succeed in all of your endeavors, especially on your quest for, educating all of our farmers in the near future. So, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for inviting us here. It's a great thing that we were able to say about ATI in this program.
Yeah, thank you very much. And to all of you out there, thank you guys for watching. Till next Saturday again between 9 to 10 in the morning. That has been your host, Chyrel Macale Cariaga, for the Chyrel Macale Cariaga Show. Always remember, do not ask for what the government can do for you, but always ask what you can do for the government. And let's help fight corruption. This has been Chyrel Macale. Have a great, wonderful day ahead of you.